Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise, and in this one I want to give you a quick guide on how to unlock all the switch skills for all of the weapons. Every weapon has 3 switch skill slots, and within each slot there are 2 different moves to choose from. You'll encounter these and you'll unlock these as you progress throughout the game. The first set are unlocked pretty early on, meanwhile the second and third sets are linked to weapon crafting and to completion of specific high rank quests. As you're playing throughout the game, if you get a notification that somebody in Komura Village wants to speak to you, and that somebody happens to be Master Utsushi, who is in the Gathering Hub, if he has a yellow speech bubble by him, a lot of the time, he does sometimes talk to you about the arena, but a lot of the time his speech bubbles will basically lead to you unlocking either the skill itself or the quest for said skill. So in this video, I want to go over everything you need to know to unlock all of them. So if you enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you've unlocked any of these yourself. So, for the very first one, you can do this both by completing either village quests or hub quests, and this one you'll encounter as you get to around the 4-star quests. Now I say around because basically there's a point in the game pretty early on where you unlock your first rampage, and that is typically the quest just before your 4-star key quests. The unlocking happens somewhere between these two. I happen to just do them both back to back, and then I spoke to Master Utsushi, so the exact timing may vary, but basically get to 4-star quests, get to the point where you've completed your first rampage and you're into 4-star either village or hub quests, and at this point Master Utsushi will have a speech bubble for you and he will give you your first set of switch skills. Now this time round you'll be given them for every single one of the 14 weapons, irrespective of whether you have used them or not. So it's basically just like your starter pack. It's just like, hey, try out switch skills, check them out for any weapon, enjoy yourself. This is not the one that changes your Silkbind move, this is just one of the ones that changes one of your base moves, but getting this far in the game gives you the first one. Following on from there, it's actually easier to speak about switch skill number 3 first, because these ones link to very specific quests. Once you get into high rank and you get to the different star difficulties, Master Utsushi will give you batches of quests that lead to Silkbind moves. Once you get into 4-star quests, you get the quest for the Sword and Shield, the Hunting Horn, the Switch Axe and the Light Bowgun. Meanwhile, once you jump forward into 5-star quests, you get the quest for the Greatsword, the Hammer, the Lance, the Charge Blade, and the Heavy Bowgun. And then finally, once you get into 6-star quests, you get the quests for the Longsword, the Dual Blades, the Gun Lance, the Insect Glaive, and the Bow. Completing any of these quests will give you switch skill number 3 for that particular weapon. Again, you don't have to use that weapon, you simply need to complete the quest for that weapon to unlock that individual switch skill. Following on from there, in order to unlock the second one, this is actually tied to weapon crafting, and this one actually took quite a lot of work to discover because honestly the game doesn't actually tell you about it. When I first encountered it, I thought it was more so tied to weapon uses, but in actual fact it is literally tied to crafting. Effectively, in the background there is some sort of point system, so to speak, that when you're crafting a number of weapons, you accumulate or you kind of build up this bar, and once you hit a threshold, Master Utsushi is like, hey, let me give you this skill. Now, from our testing, the easiest way to go about this is to craft a weapon up to around rarity 4 or 5. The exact specifics don't matter too much. Basically, it's the point where you're pushing the weapon into high rank. Following on from there, you then want to craft another couple of weapons, typically to around rarity 3. The main thing here worth noting is that you can't just craft the same weapon. It seems that the game wants you to craft different weapons, visually, from different branches on the tree, just as a kind of means to progress this bar. In doing so, you will then get to the point where you have unlocked this, you speak to Master Utsushi, and he gives you the skill. So to give you a few examples, when it came to some of the weapons, I've crafted things like a rarity 5, a rarity 3, and a rarity 4, or maybe say 2 rarity 5s and a rarity 3. Basically, different crafting permutations have reliably yielded these unlocks. So again, you don't actually have to use the weapon to unlock it, you simply need to craft enough weapons of that type within that tree, and then he'll give you the skill. You can see a few examples in the background just kind of running through of, things that I've crafted to basically trigger these unlocks, but when you think about it just in kind of general Monster Hunter sense, effectively, the first one comes from just playing the game, the second one comes from just crafting weapons, which is something you'll do organically when you play Monster Hunter, and the third one comes from doing a challenging quest. So, there you have it. That's a little rundown on how to unlock all switch skills for your weapons. Play through the game till 4-star for number 1, craft some weapons for number 2, and then complete your weapon-specific quest for number 3. With that all done, you have all the switch skills for all the weapons. Hope you guys found that helpful. If you have any questions, by all means let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to keep it locked for plenty more Rise coverage. If you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys 269, Paradise Central, and Investmore streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch, and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below, and of course you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.